I wanted to talk about the hate that is going on between the people in Lagos and the claim that Lagos is a no man land. No, 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 no. You don't have to go and be saying Lagos is a no man land. But I really like to say that let's stop all this acrimony and saying where it's not a no man's land. There's nowhere that is a no man's land. There's nowhere. The first people that are settled and are visibly in any place are always the owners, except you conquer them and evacuate them and take over. But as long as they are there, they are the owners. So it is very wrong to be saying Lagos is a no man's land. Why? Why would you say that when they have an Oba in Lagos, the Baale of this and all, they have their kings, the order in Lagos. So why would you say Lagos is a no man's land? It is a very wrong thing. It's a very wrong notion. I don't know whether people say it. The thing is, I don't know anybody that says it. I've never seen anybody that says it with their mouth. But I've seen people, I've seen it written, and I don't know who is behind those identities that is writing those things. Are they really real people that are writing that thing? Or they are, fake accounts trying to, spoil the polity in some kind of direction. But please stop the hate. Lagos is Yoruba land. Please let that sink in. Lagos is Yoruba land. I mean, I cannot say this enough. Let it sink in. Lagos is Yoruba land. It's in southwest Nigeria and it belongs to Yoruba people. It doesn't matter about the history and some people they go and be doing history. Oh, Edo people they first came here and blah blah blah. But the Lagos that we know it as we know it now is Yoruba land. It falls in the Yoruba territory. And like I always say, Nigeria, even though Nigeria is a merge of different ethnicities and different people, Nigeria did not remove that ethnicity from you. So, like Nigeria didn't stop you from becoming Yoruba or doing your Yoruba things or being Igbo and doing your Igbo things. So Nigeria gives you room to still, evolve and bloom in your ethnicity. So meaning that even within Nigeria, we have our territories. So every ethnic group that is making up of Nigeria have their own territories within this state of Nigeria. And so the territory of Lagos falls into the territory of Yoruba people. And I think it's an affront to go to Yoruba land and tell them that they're not Lagosians. And, like I tell you people, Yoruba people have evolved beyond what we do, that you say you have to be from Imo State, you have to be from Enugu State. Like there's a video that is trending and the man was telling the audience and saying somebody is from Ebonyi State and he wants to come to be a governor in Ebonyi, like his great grandfather, not him, not his father, not his grandfather, but his great grandfather came from Ebonyi State as a farmer, and now he wants to come and become a president, a governor in Enugu State. That is not going to happen, and all of them were chorusing amen, right? So I feel like Yoruba people have evolved beyond that. So for example, if somebody's great grandfather came from wherever and as a Yoruba person I have lived in Lagos, like your great grandfather, like those people are already Lagosians. Where are they going again? They don't know any other place. That's where they know. And there are people who left maybe Ondo and they went to Ibadan, and they have lived in Ibadan, or everything they build their house in Ibadan, they get back to their children in Ibadan. It becomes their home. They don't go back to where they are coming from again. So within the Yoruba nation, they have evolved to that level. They have evolved to that level, and Yoruba people have towns and small cities that are not really big, that people can actually migrate there and live there in the small towns. They don't really live in villages. Yoruba people don't really live in villages except for farming. They live in small cities and small towns. So they have evolved beyond that, going back to your village, going back to where your great grandfather. Like there's nothing that will ever uproot you from that, your great grandfather. So we need to stop all this bigotry, right? Just like nobody can come to Enugu and say Enugu is a no man's land, because everybody know that Enugu falls in the southeast territory and Enugu is Igbo land. That is how you go to Kano. And you can never say because we're now in Nigeria that Kano is a no man's land. That no, you know that Kano still falls within the northern Hausa territory, and that is what it is. Nobody is fighting about it. Like, even for example, people like Edo state, they only have one state, and within that Edo state they have different, Edo is like a mini Nigeria. Within Edo state you have different ethnicities, and those ethnicities, they still have their own regions. For example, you know that in Edo State you have Isha people. Isha people are also in under Edo. Edo, they have their own town, which is mainly Uromi and some, like where they are mainly. And the same thing you have, like all this. I've forgotten what, like different ethnic groups and different Auchi. You understand? They have their own Auchi people. You have the different people there, right? And they have their small. That's why in Edo State the lingua franca is more like pidgin English, because that's how they communicate more freely. So everybody have their own territory, and you cannot just go to Edo, Benin City, and say it's a no man's land. How can you say that? So please, let's stop antagonizing ourselves, because at the end of the day we need each other. We buy from each other, we sell to each other. You understand? We live together. We are Nigerians, we are Africans above all. So we should not be hating on each other. And Lagos is not a no man's land. Lagos is Yoruba land, please. Yeah, so Yoruba people have evolved. I even see people say, all these people that are even saying Yoruba is Yoruba land, they are not even from Yoruba, they are not even from Lagos State. Yoruba people have evolved beyond that. Honestly, believe me. It's not because I'm I'm trying to lie to you. No, Yoruba people have really come evolved beyond this. Let me show you what I mean.
The great-great-grandfather is from Eza. He's from Ebon. They settled at Owo. They had a call.
Where they came to farm.
And today somebody will tell me they have to come Kanoma. When you bring somebody from
that is a call Nkano man. Nkano is a region in Enugu State, I think. Yeah. So he's saying that person that wants to be a governor, that the great grandfather came from Ebonyi State as a farmer. And that person now is claiming that he is a core Nkano man, and he wants to come and be governor in Enugu State. So let me play it again.
The great-great-grandfather is from Eza. He's from Ebon. They settled at Owo. They had a call. And today somebody will tell me they have to come Kanoma. When you bring somebody from Ebon to come and be the governor of Enugu State, God will not allow that. The great-great-grandfather.
So you see it, huh?
He's from Ebon.
Hey, Amanese, I greet you. So this is the mindset that we have in the Southeast. So you are not even talking about a foreigner, or like, let me say, like someone that is non-Igbo. You're talking about, and this state we are talking about, it was like divided by I think IBB, something like that. They were dividing it and saying this is Ebonyi, this is Enugu. Normally it was one place before. It used to be Anambra, right? Or Imo, I don't know. And then they shared it, like, so it's just a big deal, like they hold on to everything that excludes, everything that divides, and hold it so dearly, right? There is no need for that. And these kind of things don't really matter for Yoruba people again. And especially, you're not talking about him or his father directly, you're talking about his great grandfather, like his, way back. And that person have lived there. This is the only place he knows. You understand? His father lived there. This is the only place the father knows. Their grandfather lived there. That is the only place he knows. So the great grandfather. So we are looking at like 200 years behind, right? At least a minimum of 200 years ago. And something that happened like 200 years ago, you are using it against somebody in today, 2023 generation, right? Exactly. Everybody come from somewhere, really, but it depends, how the people, like, are you going to be a foreigner forever and ever and ever and ever? That's the question. And that's actually a conversation for another time, because the Nigerian state has not evolved because everybody is holding to their territory, like my territory, Yoruba land, Igbo land. So who is going to let go? Like Igbo people, we are holding on to our Igbo land. I say our Igbo land, our Igbo land. Yoruba people are holding to their own, our Yoruba land. Hausa people, our Edo land. Everybody is holding on to their land. Ijo land, this is Ijo land. Everybody is holding on to their land, right? So who is going to yield it? Because a normal federation, you can move to any part of the country and you become an indigene, like as long as you have lived there for like 2 years or something like that, and you were born there, so it becomes your state of origin. So normally a federation that is functioning in the sense that Nigeria copied from, for example, the United States, is when you are born in a state, you are from there, like that's where your bad things are. And when you move from that state to another state, it becomes your state. Yeah, so it's always your state of residence, your state of residence. The same thing here in Germany. If you are born in any part of Germany, you are a German citizen, and your state of, for example, our brother said a lady from the southeast is representing Lagos in Federal House of Representatives, for example, something like that. So normally that's supposed to be our aspiration. Our aspiration is supposed to be that we want a country whereby it will be your state of residence. But who is going to yield? Who is going to give way? Everybody is holding on to their territory very tightly. And interestingly, it is, for example, we, the Igbo people, that we travel the most, that we live in other people's spaces the most. We are the one holding to our territory tighter the most, even attempting to carve out a republic from that our territory while we are still living in other people's territory and holding on and laying claims to those territory and dragging it with them. But we just, like, it's not making sense. But that's a conversation for another day, right? For now, it is important, it's imperative to say, stop saying Lagos is not a no man's land, please. It's like an aggression. It is not good. It is not good. Let's allow peace to reign as much as it depends on us. What do you want to gain? You know that you are not, Nigeria is still doing state of origin, and your state of origin must be the state of your father or something like that, because of the patrilineal system of Nigeria. Your state of origin is the state where your father comes from, right? And so, or I don't know, is it also with where your mother comes from? I don't know. So Nigeria is still operating with state of origin. So because of that, it doesn't matter how many years you live in a place, they will still be asking, where is your state of origin? Where are you from? Where are you from? And recently I realized that it's actually very irritating. Like when you meet a Nigerian here in their board, then, because normally, this question of where are you from, it's also within Nigeria. Like, so once you meet somebody, where are you from? Are you in Nigeria? Where are you? Where in Nigeria? And they'll say, which part of Nigeria? Where in Nigeria? Where in Abia State? Where in Enugu State? You understand? Like they will be asking where. I was like, wetin happen? Wetin? You won't know my grandfather name. Wetin happen? Is in where does he end? Like, where does it end? When will it be enough? If I tell that I'm in Nigeria, will it be enough? No. Okay, if I tell you that I am from Lagos, will it be enough? No. Where exactly? You understand? So all the elements of discrimination is seated right inside our hearts. That's why we discriminate too much. We hate too much. We hate on all different, like for Nigerians, it is okay to hate somebody because of their origin, wherever they are coming from. Oh, this is Igbo, then it's okay to hate them. And you say, oh, this person is not fine. That this person, look as he be, short man, tall man, fat woman, see as he fat, you are fat, like you discriminate on people based on how they look. You discriminate on people because they are not rich. Look at this fake professor that they just disgraced, for example. Mm. You know, this man, he's so classic. They are so classist. All of, like the things he writes, he will say he come from a generation of professors. They are professor, and their father was a professor, the sister is a professor, they will just be like, and so what? Kagini Mezie. She make people enter bush because say you come from all your lineage, you are all professors, you know. And they will say, oh, you are good, you are rich, you are good looking, all those things. They will use it against you. So we have not even started that conversation about what is okay, what is not okay, because first of all, the judiciary needs to make tribalism a crime. Like you cannot discriminate against somebody based on the basis that they are Igbo, they are Yoruba, and if it can be established, should be a crime first of all. So many things that are supposed to be criminal are just left like that. You understand?